this guy means business. He's not here to play around. He's not here to be nice. He's here to do business. He has a brand. He has a vision. He has a direction, and he's trying to make it happen. What led you to start? Because a lot of people are in the same boat. They have these ideas and thoughts, but it's a harsh road.
That's the whole idea. If they
decision.
get it, they will. Yeah, if they understand the idea, after that there will be a hard road or like a long journey. They're in the progress, so that's the good thing. But they just
What made
have to
you go ahead and do it finally?
Well, I started in planning and for the. So as an entrepreneur, I always knew that I have to think of a problem to solve, like a business that I want to be part of. So one time, I was walking into like a store and I saw some nice magazine tables, for like the coffee tables. They have nice art. Pretty much when you look into it, you enjoy, right? And I realized like if I have those prints on t-shirt, it would be nice. So just like anybody with a brand or a t-shirt want to do this, like they think I want to, and that's fine, like this is where it starts for everyone basically. I feel like
You just wanted to create something cool.
yeah,
something
right.
you'd like.
And you believe that like you have a certain way of seeing art and fit
Creative
and
vision,
art, right?
exactly.
And that's basically beautiful. And the idea started there, and then like شوية حبة I realized if I want to go after this idea, I have to learn the game. You don't want to get into an industry before you actually maybe work around it. So there was an online course that I took was saying if you want to مثلا get into building cars, you need to go work in a mechanic. If you want to get into a business حق flowers, you need to understand انك لازم تصحى الفجر كل يوم وتروح you get your hands dirty. It's not as beautiful as you see at the end result. So like I was like, okay, what can I do? I realized that I want to bring LA brands to Saudi. So by doing this, I get to work with different brand owners. I get to go to trade shows. I get to understand how they do pricing, how their timeline, certain things like that. That was pretty much what I was trying to do. And it was basically the vision with one day that I want to launch my brand, right? It wasn't going to be Proud Angeles. It was just basically Proud Angeles to be a retail business.
It was just a brand X at that point.
Yeah, it was just a retail e-commerce for Proud as I started.
So basically, you reach out to brands, you bring their retail,
and they're all from LA, and
Okay.
pretty much bringing them to Saudi. I kind of like realize how much people love LA brands and energy and like the casual fit and all of that when they come there.
Yes.
Yeah, the vibe, yeah.
You see how their fits become like when they go to restaurants and when they do, we compare when they go to Europe, right? So
Yeah, it's different. It's a lifestyle. as you
Yeah.
said.
exactly.
Europe is flashy.
Basically, yeah. So I felt like, okay, that's the whole move. When I moved back to Saudi in March 2018, started as a retail, I joined few events, and then as an entrepreneur, you always have to be willing to change and understand what the market is telling you, right? So I noticed being a retail with e-commerce, having 13 brands, and some of them are really good brands like Carrots, I had Dope, Diamonds, I had good accounts. Like these brands are well-established
The
streetwear
website's still up.
and the website, they're still up?
Your website.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, still up.
Yeah. But the website now is just a brand as an in-house collection and our own jobs and collaborations, right? So when I did that
Website.
الريتيل, I realized ان في السعودية خلال تقريبا أقل من سنة إنه being an e-commerce retail with 13 brands, you are nothing compared to the other competition. So people, they want to see diversity and options when they go. So that's number one as disadvantage. Number two was my profits and margins were not that high because in retail you buy for a certain price and it's double. Sometimes it's 2.5. Again, it's not that much when you look into the other factors, shipping and so on. وكل الأشياء دي. And then I realized there was no room for creativity and I'm basically working for them to build their name.
Exactly.
And I didn't feel that's worth it for me. I realized, why not launch my own brand? And the idea came from one day I was wearing this friends and family t-shirt and I did it for the staff. And I did 30 and I gave 7 for the staff and 1 pop-up in Ramadan and I displayed the others. They sold out in one day. And honestly, in my opinion, it was like just a logo t-shirt. And my love for the logo was increasing a lot from the people. People
saw the
reaction
reaction.
made me realize
Exactly.
like, all right, I'm loving this more. Made
Yeah.
me
There's
Being-
something there.
I actually always kind of liked it, but like I didn't love it like how people actually because I move with the people. I don't do
Now you
this
know how we
alone.
feel about the podcast.
we move
People
with
love it. We're like,
Exactly. We love what you guys do.
It
and
spoke
thank
to the
you.
audience. That's what I'm saying. It spoke to the audience
Yes,
that
the reaction is important. So that's why we actually, as business owners, we care about doing our branding and so on. And there's always a personal connection, but أهم حاجة ما في ego,
yes.
So when I shifted, when I realized that demand on the T-shirt, I launched the first collection. Was called Hollywood Hills,
Okay.
and I did basically like 9 T-shirts in Ramadan, and we sold out in like 10 days.
Nice.
And I realized, okay, that's amazing.
There's a market.
There's
Yes.
hunger. Yeah.
And the people like they're noticing the brand because since I came, I was joining a lot of events. So the brand was always there. That was a big reason into my exposure. The right time, the right place, the right events. You know,
I remember seeing
It
you
was
at
the right
one of
time, right
events.
place, especially when like the country was opening up and there was events everywhere.
that's why I moved back. I
Exactly.
didn't want. I had my OPT like good, and like everything was set up in the US, but I literally ignored it. I ignored my home. I just stayed.